everybody. Welcome to the Hallmarkies podcast. We are very excited today. We have a very special interview with one of our favorite Hall stars is here today. And I'm film critic Rachel Wagner, and Ann is here.
Hey, everybody.
And today we are talking with actress Jocelyn Hudon, who is plays one of the leads in the upcoming movie, Baby It's Cold Inside, and is on When Hope Calls. And Jocelyn, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you guys. I'm excited.
Yeah. So what we like to do is we like to start our interviews by asking what inspired you to get into acting?
I started as a ballerina when I was 3, kind of just being in front of people and entertaining people. And I think I really like that. And I kind of spontaneously ended up doing like a one-woman play at my church, which was very random. And then after that, I went to an arts high school where I wasn't an actress, but I was kind of just surrounded by it. And people in my high school were on TV. And I thought that was so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, like it was a performing arts high school. It was like going to Glee, basically. And I was surrounded by all these people and I never thought I could do it. I was like, I know I have this feeling that's where I should be, but I don't even know how to start. And then I went to university and then I went and did a post-grad. And then one day I was like, okay, I'm going to be an actor now. And then I just grabbed it.
Yeah. So was this in Canada that you went to this high school?
Yeah, it's called Etobicoke School of the Arts. It's awesome.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And so your university was in a different field than acting?
Oh yeah, I did communications, so like business communications, and then my postgrad was in public relations. And then I got an internship. Yeah. Then I got an internship at a spa, which I thought was gonna be fun. And I was like, you know what? There's not a lot of goofing around going on here. Like I gotta leave.
So you could make a Hallmark movie about your life.
I guess, yeah.
Discovering your true passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leaving the big world of PR and business for the arts.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you have that feeling and if you don't grab it, it goes away. And you're like, I never want to be one of those people that's like, I wish I did this, I just did it.
That's
Very
awesome.
True. That's great.
Yeah.
So I read on IMDb that you had started as a ballerina, and so is that something that you still have a love and passion for as far as dance?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I loved it. I was looking up on YouTube yesterday because all the studios here are still closed, but it's just something I like need to do. But I never would want to do it as a job. Right. That's where acting and ballet kind of are different.
Okay. Do you sing or just dance?
Mostly rap. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, that would have been cool.
No, I've tried and I took a lesson. I had like this, no, I really, really can't sing.
Okay. Well, if we ever get our Hallmark musical off the ground, we can have you in the dancing roles.
I'll hype people up.
Oh, good.
I'll be the hype man.
Yeah. Well, what was quarantine like for you? What was that experience? I guess you guys are kind of still in somewhat lockdown up there in Canada.
Oh no, I'm in LA now.
Oh, you're in LA?
But okay. So it started for me when I was in LA and we were here and it was kind of a little confusing because I didn't really know when it was going to end. And then eventually we went back up to Canada and I filmed 2 movies up there. And then I came back in February to LA. But it's been great. I've been having a great time. Like I'm pretty introverted anyway. So I've been having a great time. And we got to film movies, which was awesome. Yeah. And then now it's like super open here. So yeah, it wasn't that bad for me.
When did you start back up again filming?
I filmed something in, oh my gosh, I think it was like June.
Early.
And I filmed,
very early.
Yeah. And then I filmed another one in September, and then I filmed another one in January.
That's great.
Yeah, you're busy.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time. I mean, we went back to Canada to my parents' house, and then we kind of made a garden in the backyard. And then moving back to LA, we moved out of our apartment and got a little house. So my dog could have a backyard, and we made a garden here. It was, it had some good growth moments, I think.
What do you like to garden? What's your favorite?
Okay. I like making things I can eat. So I have like my favorite thing I grew right now is sage because I like fried sage. I feel like it makes everything very fancy tasting. So yeah, I have sage, I have basil, I have tomatoes, I have strawberries. Yeah, I have a whole little thing. Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, I love garden tomatoes so much. And
they're great.
Yeah, with the you have the caprese salad with the little mozzarella and tomato, basil. That's really good.
Yeah. And especially when you grew it. Yeah, when you grow it yourself from seed, I'm like, what? How did this happen?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I'm like a real adult now.
I admire that because I have a black thumb, so it's very impressive. Yeah. So, well, your first role for Hallmark was in the Good Witch Halloween movie, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you end up getting that role and working with Hallmark?
I didn't even realize. I thought my first one was Lovelocks, but yeah, that was a small role. It was on my Halloween special. I auditioned, and then the next day I was there.
Oh, really?
You know, it was really fun. It was really quick. Worked with Bailey, which was great. Yeah, it was cute. It went by really quickly.
Yeah. Were you
the one I remember the most was definitely Lovelocks. Yeah, I was in Toronto and Hamilton, so it's kind of outside of Toronto.
Okay.
So were you like living there at the time in Toronto?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Lovelocks. Yeah. So you were the daughter in that, right?
Yeah, that was definitely the most like impactful. I remember booking that, and I was driving, and my agent made me pull over, and he was like, "You're going to Paris tomorrow," and I was like, "What?"
That would be like, so exciting.
Yeah.
They want me. Yeah. It was super cool. I was like just awestruck for like 5 weeks straight.
Oh, I bet.
That's great. I feel like everyone should have that, like, I call it that thing you do moment where you're like, listen, in the movie, they're like listening to the radio and they hear their song and they're freaking out. I feel like you should have one moment in life like that where you're like,
I have that every time I book something. I'm
like,
what?
Good.
They want me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I like that one. That was actually that year. It was in my top 10 that year.
That was a good one.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. And then in The Christmas Cure.
Yep.
And it's been a while since I saw this movie, but I'm pretty sure, didn't her brother, who you were kind of sort of maybe dating, didn't he spoil a book or something?
I think.
Am I going crazy?
That was a long time ago.
I remember us too. You were so mad that because she had told him like, oh, it's like have a shared interest in this book series, and then he comes up and is like, what did you think about the ending? And you're like, what?
That's right. I remember.
All I remember from that movie was the lady who played his mom was a voice of one of my favorite cartoons, and I was like, oh, she was the mom on George Shrinks, and I was like, I watched that all the time. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
But because I was like, I wonder if you can relate to having something spoiled like that for you.
No, I know
you've been lucky.
Yeah, I try to preempt those things from happening. I'm like,
don't do it.
Yeah. I have a way younger siblings, and so I kind of just had to make myself not care about spoilers because with little kids around, they're not gonna. So
they're not good at tight lips.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a memorable. I mean, I remembered it, and I didn't remember that much else about the movie. It was a good element.
Yeah. At least you remembered my part.
That's right.
And then in 2019, From Friend to Fiance, that was one of my favorites. And did you enjoy working with Ryan and Kelly on that movie?
I loved every second of that movie. It was awesome. It was super, super fun. Like the whole team on that was awesome. That was great. Like we were instant friends.
Oh, Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, one of the things I loved about that movie, I'm like, in a Hallmark movie, I've never seen a paintball scene, and I just loved it. I thought it was so cute, and I thought that
Yeah.
was probably fun to film.
Oh yeah.
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 It was so fun. That whole thing was great.
Oh, that's awesome. It's good to hear. We love Ryan, so nice to hear that he's good to work with.
He's awesome. He's so nice and fun.
So what was the timeline like for you with When Hope Calls versus When Calls the Heart and being in the Christmas movie? And when did you get involved with that whole thing?
I want to say it feels like it was a September-y kind of time. Like I think I auditioned in September, went a few weeks later to do 2 episodes on When Calls the Heart. Then I did the Christmas movie, and then we had a break. And I think in April or maybe February, they were like, "Oh, okay, you got the series." So it felt pretty quick to me.
So you didn't know when you were recording for When Calls the Heart that you had gotten the series and the role?
It was kind of a package deal. So we signed, hey, you have this movie, the thing, and you're signed on to the show.
Okay, so you did know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just didn't know if the show was 100% going to go or not, but
okay,
it was like 80% going to go.
Had you heard of When Calls the Heart? Did you know it, the show?
No, I just knew when I got that. I live near the Hallmark building in LA, so I always see the billboards, and I'm like, what is that? So I always drive past Aaron. I'm like, oh, there's like a constant When Calls the Heart billboard, like right near me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You auditioned in LA?
No, I auditioned in Toronto.
Okay.
Then filmed in Vancouver, then went back home to LA. Yeah, I was kind of all over the place.
Wow. Yeah. And you must have been so excited when you got the part.
Yeah, I didn't really know what was I was like, we didn't have a lot of information. So I just kind of went with the flow. I just ended up in Vancouver. I was like, great, there's Soul Cycle here. Cool. And then I was trying to figure it out as I went. So
From Publishers Weekly's best-selling author of A Simple Wedding comes a story about second chances, starting over, and most of all, the importance of friendship. Lee Duncan's brand new Sugar Sand Beach series is the perfect escape for fans of Pamela Kelly, Rachel Hannah, Debbie McComber, and Amelia Adler. It's heartwarming, sweet women's fiction at its finest. Read the first book in the series, The Gift at Sugar Sand Inn, available now exclusively from Amazon and in Kindle Unlimited. For more information about Lee's next release and to download a free sample of her work, visit her website at leeduncan.com.
Like the show is like this mysterious thing of what's happening with it, but I would really love to see it come back because I just fell in love with it. I just think that it just all the feels with the romances and the orphanage and the sisterly bond. It's just like everything a feel-good show that you want. So I wanted to know, like, what do you enjoy about playing Grace, and are you similar to her in any way?
Oh, for sure. I think I just most of the roles I do, I try to make them. I think most of the roles I get them because it's the closest to my personality. I auditioned to be like a CIA agent the other day, and I was like, oh no, and it just doesn't really like work. So I think the roles that I tend to get booked for, they're just very easy for me to do because they're natural and they go with my instincts. So yeah, I'm definitely like her. She's fun and she loves kids and she's upbeat and outgoing.
Yeah.
And I loved working with in the waitressing job, and I loved working with Greg. It was super, super fun.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because that's, of course, my favorite part is Chase. I just think you guys are so sweet, and you guys have amazing chemistry. Did you do anything to like help build that chemistry or anything like that?
Oh, we were just like instant best friends. As soon as we met, I was like, okay, cool. Yeah.
That's good. So you guys just really clicked.
Yeah. We're very similar. Yeah, so we were just like instant best friends. It was great.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
And you guys, isn't the filming place like in the middle of nowhere? Is that right?
Oh, yes, it is.
That's what I thought. So like, where did you guys stay if it's like in the middle of nowhere?
Stayed like an hour away in a hotel.
Oh wow. So then you had to go out an hour every day?
Yeah, hour there, hour
Nice.
back, film for like 14 hours, sleep for 2 hours. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That sounds really difficult. Wow.
But you kind of build up like a thick skin with that and you kind of get used to it. And then once it's over, you're like, oh, what did I do?
And then yeah, it was February, so it was like freezing. Oh my god.
We filmed we filmed
It wasn't okay.
that was like maybe When Calls the Heart, but When Hope
Okay.
Calls was in the summer, luckily.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
And
okay,
they-
that's
we
good.
we would have died.
They built like a whole house for it, right?
Yeah, they built like a little set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then, oh yeah, for the horse scenes, Grace had to be on a horse sometimes. Is that something you're familiar with, or did you have to kind of work on that?
Oh no, I made that up as I went. I was because of the time, we wake up, go to set, like
Yeah.
I didn't really, and I brought my new puppy to set.
He's so cute.
I didn't really have time to do the horse riding lessons.
Yeah.
So I was just like, listen, I'm gonna make it up as I go. It's fine. It's a horse that walks from one part to the other mark. So a lot of that was just going with the flow. And they're like big dogs. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
And
as
they're
long
really
as
well-
people you're not scared of it, it's probably fine.
Oh no, I'm not scared of horses.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And I mean, it looked natural. It looked like you'd done it before and like it was comfortable for you. So that's
It's
good.
all a lie.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we really hope it comes back. We really want to see this story continued. So we hope that
Yeah.
gets to happen.
Mhm.
And I know you filmed a movie with your fiance recently, right?
Yeah, I just watched that last night actually.
I know I saw it was coming on. I didn't have that station, so I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but I hope I'll be able to see it. Was that hard working with him as your love interest when he's your real life love interest? Did you guys
No.
click with that, or was it difficult?
Yeah, we work together all the time. Like every audition we read together. So
Okay.
we're so used to it. It didn't even faze me. It was hard to film though because it was during the peak of Corona and we had like crazy restrictions. We had to wear a mask and a visor the entire time. So your
Wow.
face is covered until
Yeah.
they're yelling rolling. Just
Wow.
because I think Montreal is a little stricter with the rules, but holy, it was it was a lot.
Okay.
But you
So
felt-
I didn't get to meet the guy who played my dad until we rehearsed, and you can't see his mouth or his eyes. So he's just kind of a big hairy guy, and you're like, hello. And then as soon we rehearse with everything on and everything's covered, and then as soon as they're like, okay, rolling, you throw your mask and your goggles on the ground. You're like, hi, I'm Jocelyn. All right, let's do this. And then you can, and then you film the scene like you've known them your entire life, and then they yell cut, and you throw all your stuff back on.
Wow.
So that was, a challenge.
Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah.
but you felt safe.
Oh yeah.
On set.
Yeah. We were kind of also in the middle of nowhere there too. So I was like,
Mhm.
where's it gonna get me?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen it evolve as the COVID since you started in June last year, the precautions and everything? Or
Yeah, I did a movie. The one I did in January, A Baby It's Cold Inside.
Mhm.
That one it's because it was in Ontario. The actors didn't have to wear a mask all the time, which was
Oh,
great. So that felt better. So you could
Mhm.
actually bond with people.
right.
Mhm.
And now I'm vaccinated and everyone's vaccinated. So I feel like I think it's gonna keep getting better.
That's good. That's very good. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about this movie. I mean, we're all a little like, what is happening in May with this Christmas, this snowy, whatever movie? But we're excited about it. But tell us about it.
I did not know that was gonna come out in May.
I don't think they knew that either.
I was like, okay, cool. Whatever. People need to be entertained. So maybe we'll make people embrace the summer.
I told when we did our previous show, I said that I would be perfectly fine with a Christmas movie in every season.
Yeah.
I'd be like, it's Valentine's. Here's a Christmas movie. Yay!
Yeah. Some people, they love, like, I would watch Halloween movies every month.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about it.
That one was super fun. That's probably one of the funnest movies I've done, the most fun movies I've done in a long time. It was cold. It was the coldest I've probably ever been, work-wise. because we were outside the entire time. Like there were some parts that we filmed that were like inside a restaurant or whatever, but the rest of the time you're outside. And then when you're not outside, you're inside an ice hotel. So it's like a giant fridge. And you think it's going to be warmer and you're like, oh my God, it's colder.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So it was super fun. Like the crew was amazing. The cast was great. The director was great. It was a great experience. Yeah.
So do you know, were they planning on doing it last year and then it got delayed?
Yeah. So I think they did 5 minutes on set.
Yeah, because Jana Kramer told us that she was going to be an Ice Hotel movie. So I thought it was this one, but I wasn't sure. But then it got canceled.
Yeah, it was this one. Yeah. So they started, and the first day they were like, we have to shut down. So everyone was like really upset, and then
Yeah, that's the worst. But good for it worked out for you, so that's awesome.
Yeah, good for me. Yeah.
So it's a romance involving the Ice Hotel.
Yeah. So I play a travel agent, and I love the tropics, and my boss ends up sending me somewhere cold. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? And then I end up having different feelings about it.
Yeah.
Or not. Who knows?
When you see Steve Lund, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Things start to change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that fun to work with him?
Oh yeah, he's great. We the first day I hadn't met him yet, but I did my wardrobe fitting, and they're like, oh, we're gonna go next door and do Steve's wardrobe fitting. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in a hotel, and so I know he's next door to me, and it's like day one. I'm going to sleep, and our first day of work is tomorrow, and he's like, I guess he brought his drums, which was, I was like, oh God, it's like like all night.
Oh
like,
my
okay.
God.
I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like my first impression. I don't want to be like, yo, stop drumming, please. So then I like had to eventually find his number and then be like, hello, excited to meet you. Just so you know, I'm next door. It's 8 p.m. It's time for me to go to sleep.
Steve Lund, the heavy metal rocker.
I know, who knew? Yeah, that's really funny.
But I was like, it's so good for him. He's amazing, so great. Like, I'm so happy he has a hobby. And I was like, how do I not seem mean here?
Yeah.
But no, it worked out. We're like, we got along super, super well. And yeah, it was like a fun story we told the rest of the movie.
I think they need to work that into a Hallmark movie. Him playing drums.
He's good.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Yeah,
that's very good. Yeah. So, did you actually stay in the Ice Hotel?
No, we stayed in a hotel. You could maybe like 10 steps away from the Ice Hotel. So they have little rooms in the Ice Hotel, but I think if you get too cold, you just bail and go to your room in the real hotel. They have backup plans in place.
I mean, how can anyone sleep in there? I mean, it would be so cold, and you can't have a heater because then it's gonna start to melt. So, I mean,
they have fireplaces in there.
Really? Wow.
Okay. Yeah, it's not that. I mean, they shoot the fire straight out the top of it, but
oh, okay,
looks warm.
Yeah. Well, they have you with a lot of blankets, I guess. I don't know. I sleep hot anyway, and so I would probably do okay. But I'm always wanting it to be cooler. And I am in the top of a 3-story condo, and so I can't freeze my basement tenant. So I ended up being hot in my room. So I don't know. I think I could probably do okay, but
you'd be good.
Yeah. But I'm sure
I think you'd like it. You should go just take a little.
This in Quebec, right?
Yeah. So I was watching Say Yes to the Dress, and I've watched almost every season now, and I was watching one the other night, and I don't know what happened. Oh, it was the day I did the voice of the ADR for Ice Hotel. So I did ADR in the morning, and then I go home and I start watching Say Yes to the Dress, and this lady's like, I need a warm dress. I'm getting married in the Ice Hotel. I'm like,
oh my gosh,
Ice Hotel? And she's going to the same ice. This was like 5 years ago, but I was like, oh, and it was the same hotel. And I was like, what is this? It's such a strange coincidence.
Was that your quarantine watch? Like your comfort watch? You watched Say Yes to the Dress?
That and Shark Tank. Any kind of reality.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's good. Yeah, well, it must be helpful now that you're engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
It's
it's probably
it's-
like,
Research what not to do, what to do.
It's honestly been very stressful to see that like $15,000. I was like, what?
I know.
Oh, because I've worn so many wedding dresses too. I'm like, I think I'm gonna be a little less picky. Because some of those, some people are,
Oh yeah.
very
Bridezilla.
picky. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I guess if you can afford it, then God love
I
you.
still
But
don't think I would do that.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot for a dress that you
Yeah.
only wear once, and some of them they even get 2 dresses. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Oh my
They
god.
do a whole outfit change performance for their guests. Like, oh boy. Cut to me in a year doing that.
Well, we're looking forward to the film very much. And we have some fun, silly questions. We like to kind of end things on the interview. So the first question is, what is the best ice cream flavor?
Oh, oh my, I don't know. Can I go with frozen yogurt
Sure,
as a
absolutely.
Okay. Plain frozen yogurt.
Oh, it like the froyo?
You're like, what? Yeah. Pinkberry, original froyo
Uh-huh.
from Pinkberry with mochi and yogurt chips.
Okay.
Mhm.
I can
Okay.
accept
Mhm.
that. Very good.
Thank you.
What-
Okay, I'm glad. Thank you.
What is your
just-
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I got ice cream the other night and it was like chocolate brownie, but there's so many brownie chunks and I'm just I'm taking a little ice cream break right now.
Okay, that's good.
Gotcha.
Okay, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. What music are you into right now?
Emo music from the 2000s.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
What is your, well, we used to say what is your go-to date night food, but since nobody's going on dates right now, we just say what is your what is your like
DoorDash or-
DoorDash or Postmates order? What would you get?
Oh, butter chicken with garlic naan bread.
Mm,
Ooh. Sounds
Mhm.
good.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Very good. Beaches or mountains?
Beaches.
Okay. Would you rather be in a fancy dress or sweats?
Sweats.
Sweats. Okay. What's your favorite holiday to celebrate?
Oh, Halloween.
Oh, fun. Good. What's your best costume? Your most epic costume?
Oh, I was the corpse bride once.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
fun.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. What is your favorite Hallmark or romantic movie? And you can say one of your own.
My best friend's wedding.
Oh, good
That's a good one.
Very
Yeah.
good. All right.
Classic.
Well, you answered all the
Awesome.
questions. You passed the test.
Oh, yay. Thank you. Threw you guys a curveball with the froyo, but we made it.
You did.
Made
You
it.
did. So, well, thank you so much for coming and talking with us. This was a lot of fun. And do you have social media that you'd like to share or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. It's just add Jocelyn Hudon. That's on everything, I think. Well, just Instagram. So, yeah.
Okay, great. We'll have that in the description. People can make sure to follow you, and we'll check out the
Awesome.
movie this next weekend, and it'll be great. So thanks
Cool.
so
Thank
much.
you, guys.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Well, we'd like to thank Jocelyn for coming on the podcast. This was so much fun to get to talk with her. And Anne, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at awscott21.
Great. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. So check that out. Also, make sure you're following the podcast at Hallmarkies Pod and Hallmarkies Podcast, all over social media. And if you are listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. We really appreciate that so much. And if you are listening on YouTube, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate that so much. We also have our patron group, and we're really excited. Next month, we are going to be having for our patron watch along event that we do every month. We're having Michael Damian on, who is the director of the Christmas Waltz, and we're going to be watching the Christmas Waltz. It's going to be super fun. So you definitely want to subscribe to the Patreon. It's only $2 a month. And then we also have our merch store, which has tons of fun designs, including some When Hope Calls designs. So check that out over there. And thanks again to Jocelyn. We really appreciate it. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.